Oops. I'm popping, just by the way. So, after 100 games of Nago, we have finished at 56 wins to 44 losses, securing a nice second place right behind Axel and pushing Chip and May down into third place. Nago was actually pretty interesting for me. I wasn't too sure how I would feel about him when I was playing it. I think the character is super cool visually, but the playstyle is something that I didn't think would match up too well with me. And I'm glad I was wrong in this respect. I ended up having a lot of fun with Nago. I will say the things I was worried about, namely the movement. I do like characters with really good movement, and Nago is extremely limited in that factor. No forward dash, no run, no double jump, no air dash. Just normal jump, super jump, back dash, and then his special moves that are his primary way of moving around the screen, using Beyblade and Fukyo to move around. At first, the movement was definitely an issue for me. I remember on day one, I had played about an hour's worth of games, and I ended that day just like extremely frustrated. Ended that play session really frustrated. Just the lack of movement, I think, was the biggest thing, but it was also compiled with like basically an hour's worth of just bad connections online. This was before they had rolled out the most recent patch to help deal with that, and I was definitely getting frustrated. I'm glad I stopped it at an hour into that play session and went on, because when I came back and I had time to think about the matches and what I was doing in them and what to change, it instantly had a turnaround for that second play session. I was having a lot more fun. Nago as a character is an extremely interesting kind of one-shot character. He's very beefy, very tanky, very slow walk speed, big normals. You'll mainly see, his like 2S, his 5H, which is a big slash, his 2H, which is another big slash that uses like a preemptive ventier, and then his mechanic, which is the blood gauge, which fills up as you use special moves, and the higher it is, the more damage he takes, but the better his normals become. You get longer range and faster startup on your 2S, 5H, and stuff like that. But if you go too high on blood, you use too many special moves in a row without doing any of the refill conditions, then you pop, and you will just lose about 50% of your health just recovering from the Blood Rage pop. Now, I don't want to say that the Blood Rage pop is necessarily a bad thing. I actually think about half of the games that I popped, I ended up winning still. This is largely because if the opponent fails to close out the game while you're in blood range, and you get access to your entire gauge again, essentially, after it resets, it's a massive benefit to you, because that becomes your second chance to just go all in, Beyblade in, and Fukyo, to just spend it all and try and just all in them and smother them with pressure before they can, really answer back. I do think that Nago is a very strong character. There's been memes about him that, that anyone can cook kind of stuff. And I do think that there is some truth to that, actually. It's not necessarily anyone can perform well with Nago, but I do think he is genuinely a great character if you are starting out in Strive and you want to learn specifically Strive. His, far slash sequences teach you good timings for like PRC or RRC, your different roaming cancels. Not having a meterless invincible reversal will teach you to be good on defense with stuff like YRC. I found it pretty interesting that I was using these mechanics just kind of naturally, and that Nago was providing a way to teach me these system mechanics in like a pretty straightforward and good way. I think if you're interested in the game because Nago looks so cool, I don't think you should be intimidated by his blood gauge or any of the like negative qualities that you might hear about the character, because he is incredibly fun and very, very easy to figure out what you are supposed to do and how you are supposed to advance to get better as a player. But yeah, that should do it for Nagoriyuki. The next character on the list is going to be Potemkin, but I do have to say that I will be slowing down on the release schedule for the Who Should I Main videos. I just have some other obligations coming up, other gaming obligations, I guess I should say. So I'll be playing a bit more Final Fantasy XIV and going through the raid tier in that, and then Street Fighter 6 is also coming out, and I wanted to do sort of a normal ranked grind series. I was thinking of putting something together. So I'm hoping that it won't slow down too much and we'll be on like an every other week release. So I will be trying to get those Potemkin matches in between everything else that's going on. But just as a heads up, we may be slowing down on the release schedule. But yeah, let me know what you think about Nagoriyuki in the comments below, and enjoy the matches, guys. Peace. Big Sag. It's usually like that on Mondays. Oh, I popped. I didn't even realize my blood was that high. I thought I had hit some normals. Alright, well, good start, huh? What? What's going on? I didn't know what was going to happen there. Well, good start. His name was. Yeah, that's just his grab. It's pretty sweet, right? He has no mana. Fuck. Yeah, he takes a lot of damage when he's out of mana. It's brutal. It is brutal. I do agree. She is adorable. But man, is it like it's difficult. I tried to YRC. I must have gotten a button. Wah ha ha ha. Oh, working hard. I hate it here. I might just be dead. Well, that's something. They got me. Fuck. Ah, GG's. That is the end of the 100 games.